Friends, or are you too proud to speak to them? No, my dear fellow, replied Dantès. I am not proud, but I am happy, and happiness blinds, I think, more than pride. Ah, very well, that's an explanation, said Chatteris. How do you do, Madame Dantès? Mercédès courtesied gravely, and said, That is not my name, and in my country it bodes ill fortune, they say, to call a young girl by the name of her betrothed before he becomes her husband. So call me Mercédès, if you please. We must excuse our worthy neighbor Chatteris, said Dantès. He is so easily mistaken. So, then, the wedding is to take place immediately. Dantès, said Danglars, bowing to the young couple. As soon as possible, Danglars. Today all preliminaries will be arranged at my father's, and tomorrow, or next day at latest, the wedding festival here at La Réserve. My friends will be there, I hope. That is to say, you are invited, Danglars, and you, Chatteris. And Fernand, said Chatteris with a chuckle. Fernand, too, is invited. My wife's brother is my brother, said Edmond, and we, Mercédès and I, should be very sorry if he were absent at such a time. Fernand opened his mouth to reply, but his voice died on his lips, and he could not utter a word. Today the preliminaries, tomorrow or next day the ceremony. You are in a hurry, Captain. Danglars, said Edmond, smiling. I will say to you as Mercédès said just now to Chatteris, do not give me a title which does not belong to me. That may bring me bad luck. Your pardon, replied Danglars. I merely said you seemed in a hurry, and we have lots of time. The Pharaon cannot be under way again in less than 3 months. We are always in a hurry to be happy, Danglars, for when we have suffered a long time, we have great difficulty in believing in good fortune. But it is not selfishness alone that makes me thus in haste. I must go to Paris. Ah, really, to Paris? And will it be the first time you have ever been there, Dantès? Yes. Have you business there? Not of my own. The last commission of poor Captain Leclerc. You know to what I allude, Danglars. It is sacred. Besides, I shall only take the time to go and return. Yes, I understand, said Danglars, and then in a low tone he added, to Paris, no doubt to deliver the letter which the Grand Marshal gave him. Ah, this letter gives me an idea, a capital idea. Ah, Dantès, my friend, you are not yet registered number 1 on board the good ship Pharaon. Then turning towards Edmond, who was walking away, a pleasant journey, he cried. Thank you, said Edmond with a friendly nod, and the two lovers continued on their way, as calm and joyous as if they were the very elect of heaven. Chapter 4. Conspiracy. Danglars followed Edmond and Mercédès with his eyes until the two lovers disappeared behind one of the angles of Fort St. Nicholas. Then, turning round, he perceived Fernand, who had fallen, pale and trembling, into his chair, while Chatteris stammered out the words of a drinking song. Well, my dear sir, said Danglars to Fernand, here is a marriage which does not appear to make everybody happy. It drives me to despair, said Fernand. Do you then love Mercédès? I adore her. For as long as I have known her, always. And you sit there, tearing your hair, instead of seeking to remedy your condition. I did not think that was the way of your people. What would you have me do? Said Fernand. How do I know? Is it my affair? I am not in love with Mademoiselle Mercédès, but for you, in the words of the Gospel, seek, and you shall find. I have found already. What? I would stab the man, but the woman told me that if any misfortune happened to her betrothed, she would kill herself. Pooh! Women say those things, but never do them. You do not know Mercedes. What she threatens she will do. Idiot, muttered Danglars. Whether she kill herself or not, what matter, provided Dantès is not captain, before Mercedes should die, replied Fernand, with the accents of unshaken resolution. I would die myself. That's what I call love, said Catullus with a voice more tipsy than ever. That's love, or I don't know what love is. Come, said Danglars. You appear to me a good sort of fellow, and hang me, I should like to help you, but yes, said Catullus. But how? My dear fellow, replied Danglars, you are 3 parts drunk. Finish the bottle, and you will be completely so. Drink then, and do not meddle with what we are discussing, for that requires all one's wit and cool judgment. I drunk, said Catullus. Well, that's a good one. I could drink 4 more such bottles. They are no bigger than Cologne flasks. Père Pamphile, more wine. And Catullus rattled his glass upon the table. You were saying, sir, said Fernand, awaiting with great anxiety the end of this interrupted remark. What was I saying? I forget. This drunken Catullus has made me lose the thread of my sentence. Drunk, if you like. So much the worse for those who fear wine, for it is because they have bad thoughts which they are afraid the liquor will extract from their hearts. And Catullus began to sing the 2 last lines of a song very popular at the time. Tu les méchants sans buveurs d'eau, c'est bien prépare le déluge. 1. You said, sir, you would like to help me, but yes, but I added, to help you it would be sufficient that Dantès did not marry her you love, and the marriage may easily be thwarted, methinks, and yet Dantès need not die. Death alone can separate them, remarked Fernand. You talk like a newel, my friend, said Catullus. And here is Danglars, who is a wide-awake, clever, deep fellow, who will prove to you that you are wrong. Prove it, Danglars. I have answered for you. Say there is no need why Dantès should die. It would, indeed, be a pity he should. Dantès is a good fellow. I like Dantès. Dantès, your health. Fernand rose impatiently. Let him run on, said Danglars, restraining the young man. Drunk as he is not much out in what he says. Absence severs as well as death, and if the walls of a prison were between Edmond and Mercedes, they would be as effectually separated as if he lay under a tombstone. 0056M. Yes, but one gets out of prison, said Catullus, who, with what sense was left him, listened eagerly to the conversation. And when one gets out, and one's name is Edmond Dantès, one seeks revenge. What matters that? Muttered Fernand. And why, I should like to know, persisted Catullus. Should they put Dantès in prison? He has neither robbed, nor killed, nor murdered. Hold your tongue, said Danglars. I won't hold my tongue, replied Catullus. I say I want to know why they should put Dantès in prison. I like Dantès. Dantès, your health. And he swallowed another glass of wine. 0057M. Danglars saw in the muddled look of the tailor the progress of his intoxication, and turning towards Fernand, said, Well, you understand there is no need to kill him. Certainly not, if, as you said just now, you have the means of having Dantès arrested. Have you that means? It is to be found for the searching. But why should I meddle in the matter? It is no affair of mine. I know not why you meddle, said Fernand, seizing his arm. But this I know, you have some motive of personal hatred against Dantès, for he who himself hates is never mistaken in the sentiments of others. I? Motives of hatred against Dantès? None, on my word. I saw you were unhappy, and your unhappiness interested me. That's all. But since you believe I act for my own account, adieu, my dear friend. Get out of the affair as best you may. And Danglars rose as if he meant to depart. No, no, said Fernand, restraining him. Stay. It is of very little consequence to me at the end of the matter whether you have any angry feeling or not against Dantès. I hate him. I confess it openly. Do you find the means? I will execute it, provided it is not to kill the man, for Mercédès has declared she will kill herself if Dantès is killed. Catullus, who had let his head drop on the table, now raised it, and looking at Fernand with his dull and fishy eyes, he said, "Kill Dantès." Who talks of killing Dantès? I won't have him killed. I won't. He's my friend, and this morning offered to share.